Charles Cowart, FTE 211, 1911 Master Armorer's Course, Week 5. It is 7 August 2025. This week we've got a 5-part video. Part 1 will be a dry function check, then a function check with dummy ammunition, and then we'll talk about what we would be looking for during a live fire function check. In Part 2, I'll assess the feel of the trigger. In Part 3, I'll measure the barrel length. Part 4, I'll measure the barrel twist. And Part 5, I will check the headspace. Here is the 1911. I am both physically and visually inspecting. The mag well is empty, as is the chamber. This firearm is safe. I also have a magazine with 2 dummy rounds in it, and that will be for the dummy round function check. So for the first part of this, I'm just cycling the action, feeling how smooth the firearm is, how components are interacting, locking and making sure that cocking is happening. Seems like everything is interacting properly. It's nice and smooth. So before we move on to a function check with dummy ammunition, I want to go ahead and test the safeties. So I'm going to engage the thumb safety. Without engaging the grip safety, I'm going to press the trigger. Hammer does not fall. I'm going to go ahead and press the grip safety. Hammer does not fall. Disengage the thumb safety. Do not engage the grip safety. Hammer still does not fall. Now engage the grip safety. The thumb safety is down, so the hammer should fall, and it does. Now we're going to do a function check with dummy ammunition. This pretty much checks 7 of the 8 parts of the cycle operation. The only one that we can't verify is firing. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a magazine with 2 dummy rounds. We're going to check the feeding and chambering and locking. And then we also have cocking there. We're going to go ahead and fire and hold the trigger in. And then we're going to check ejecting. We're going to rack the slide. Ejection was good. Locking is good. We're going to listen for a reset. Going to pull the trigger again. It fires. We're going to rack the slide. And we can tell that the magazine has interacted with the slide lock, and the slide is locked to the rear. Everything checks out. For a live fire test, what we would do is load a magazine with a live round, then a dummy round, and then a live round. And what we'll be checking is how well the firearm functions by design from the power of the cartridge. The reason we put that dummy round in the middle is to verify that we don't have a runaway gun. Once we've verified that we don't have a runaway gun, we can load the next mag with 3 or 4 rounds and just test all the cycling, all live rounds. Now we're on to part 2, and we're tasked to assess the trigger. We got about 1/16 of an inch of take up, then break, and probably double that on the return. I would say it's quite smooth, smoother than a lot of the triggers on some of my other firearms. I think that's probably due to the design of the trigger with the straight pullback versus the rotation. So using this rod, I'm going to go ahead and push that till it stops. Make a mark. Pull that out. And then we're going to measure to the mark to find our barrel length. We are right at a 5-inch barrel. Okay, we're going to do the barrel twist weight. I've got a jag here with a double folded up cleaning pad, and we're just going to look for this to twist 1/4 of a turn. And there we go. We're going to measure. And that is right at 4 inches, which gives us a 1 16 inch twist on the barrel. So the final step in this video will be checking the headspace for this firearm. We'll be doing this using go and no-go gauge. And what we're looking for is how the barrel locks up with each gauge. And we're gonna put the gauge in the extractor and then ride the barrel forward and see what that looks like. So we turn it over here. What we're looking for is good lockup. So as you can see, there's no gap. Everything looks right. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the no-go gauge. No-go. So it is not locking up properly now. You can actually see a gap there. There's a gap here that I can almost fit this pin in. Also a large gap here. So this would be passing because on the no-go gauge, it does not lock, and on the go gauge, it does lock.